Hello world, this message is from me, Inanna. I am an Assyrian indigenous woman of Iraq, of Assyria. I came out on YouTube in 2014. I requested an international passport for my nation. I urged the help of the United Nations and the Queen and the Pope and Mr. Putin and the President of America and Canada to help the Assyrian nation, the indigenous people of Iraq. And I have not seen any kind of attention, even though there are some organizations, when they went back home, they are only working for the sake of their benefits. There is not a serious action taken regarding the indigenous people, especially the indigenous women of Assyria in Iraq. We have been the victims always of the war since the Persian-Iraqi war and the Kuwait war and the American war and the ISIS war. We've been paying our life for this. We spent so much of our life for that. We and the Yazidi women, we are both the indigenous women of that country. There is no serious action taken regarding this issue. We want the government of Iraq to recognize the Assyrian women and the Yazidis as the indigenous women of that country. We have been victims of every genocide happened in Iraq, not since this century. There are so many genocides that has been repeating over and over in Iraq. But nobody knows about it because they call us minorities of Iraq. We are not the minorities. We are the indigenous women of Iraq, and we have rights as indigenous people in Iraq. So we are urging to ask the government of Iraq, to ask the world to recognize us as the Assyrian people of Iraq, the indigenous people of Iraq. We are not minorities, and we are not just people who came from out of nowhere into that land. For this, I did shave my head. And I will show you that I did shave my head because nobody ever listened to my message, and nobody is taking us serious. Nobody is respecting us as the indigenous women of Iraq. We've been abused and mistreated, persecuted by the government and by our culture also. Lately, there have been lots of need for help for the indigenous women of Iraq, but I don't think we are getting the help. So I am asking the United Nations to think of us as the Assyrian indigenous women of Iraq. Thank you.